I don't know what is in the air today, but this video is for anybody that wants to sit and say that Gypsy Rose Blanchard was manipulated by Nick Godejohn. Want to say that, oh, Nick put her up to everything that she did. And I think the profile that he made on the Christian Dating for Free gives us a lot of insight as to what Nick was really looking for when he came across Gypsy, or when Gypsy found him, we'll say. So this is all the information that Nick Godejohn filled out when he started the Christian Dating for Free profile, because he was looking for a marriage partner. This is information that was in the FOIA grab that Straight Outta Contacts with Barbara requested. Looking for that one and only one, looking for a marriage partner, video games, watching movies. Yeah, it's all pretty innocent to me. Nick was unemployed at the time. He was looking for a marriage partner, considered himself single. There's his IP address and location. Denomination is showing as Catholic with hazel eyes, brown hair, and 6 foot tall. Before Nick Godejohn met Gypsy Rose Blanchard, his interests were video games, watching movies, going for walks, and hanging out with family, not the stuff that they got into together. I'm going to read that big bio section to you guys in a minute so we can have further understanding. But Nick Godejohn pushed back a lot with Gypsy. He did give a lot of pushback. He didn't want to do what he did, and it ultimately ended with Gypsy making him believe that they couldn't be together unless he did that. Oh my gosh, I need to do my makeup. Since this stuff was so hard to read, I typed it all out on a different device so I could read it to you. I'm going to start with the normal things that you put in when you are filling out a dating profile. So in regards to Nick Godejohn, gender is male, country is United States, city is Waukesha, state is Wisconsin, height is 6 foot, eye color hazel. He was 26 when he made the profile. He does not smoke. Body type average, hair color brown, ethnicity Caucasian, denomination Catholic, looking for a marriage partner. As I said previously, do you drink? No. Profession, unemployed at the moment. Willing to relocate? Possibly. Who knows? Marital status, single. Do you have children? No. Do you want children? Want children. Education level was high school graduate. And then date of birth, 5/20/1989, which is very interesting because Nick Godejohn and Dee Dee Blanchard are the same astrology sign. Think about that for a second. They are both Taurus. Now, technically, Nick is on the cusp, but in the basic astrology rule, they are both Taurus, meaning they both shared similar traits, which I think made them more susceptible to being manipulated by a Leo like Gypsy. Lastly, it just says seeking for female. Okay, so he put a very big bio, a very big about me section. So stay with me. I'm going to have to do a lot of reading, and I'm probably going to be breathing heavy. Nick types, well, my best friend is Angie, which is more like a sister to me, even though we aren't related. But I am mainly one who is caring, trustworthy, sweet, lovable, honest, and extremely loyal. Yes, I can be a bit much to handle, but that is just a natural part of my personality, meaning be kind of stubborn. But overall, as long as I am in a good mood, I have a golden heart for people as I try to help anyone I can. So most of the time, I am in a good mood. I do show selflessness almost all the time, so much that yes, I'll admit it, I have been deceived in the past, but that is probably my most biggest turnoff, which is a deceiver. Picture it. Gypsy scrolling ChristianDatingForFree.com. She comes across a bio of somebody that has been deceived in the past, and she's like, that one. Gypsy said she chose Nick based off his profile picture. She said she thought Nick was cute. I believe there are things in this bio that made her choose Nick. Then Nick types, but yeah, that's about it. If you have questions, please ask me them. And oh yeah, I have one brother. I am single now, yes. If you want to be with me, I am only interested in the loyal and true to their partner type. Since I am stating this, I am only being real about it, meaning if you aren't interested for a future relationship with me, please don't waste my time. And this also is a thank you to all of you who don't waste it. But all of you who are interested, please let me know. Obviously, I feel I am ready to be with the one I was meant to be with, or I wouldn't give this side a shot. And that is why I am so bold about my intentions. But yeah, I am totally into the Chinese and zodiac signs since I do try to study them as much as I have time to. But thanks for reading my profile. I hope you liked what you've seen. If not, at least you looked, which I thank you for. If anyone has a question, I'll answer it as soon as I am able to. And then Chinese zodiac wise, Nick is actually born the same year as my husband. That would make him a snake, and Gypsy is a goat. Think about that. Let's continue. This person would be described as one who won't lie, even when it hurts to know the truth, but is extremely forgiving. So he's describing what he wants in a partner. Affectionate, passionate, loving, loyal. They won't play games with my head that don't make sense. Is faithful to me even in the hardest of times. Has a tendency to be selfless, even when they don't realize it, and wants to do all in their power to try to get me to succeed in life, no matter what it takes. Does this look like somebody that was trying to get Nick Godejohn to succeed in life, no matter what it takes? Nicholas Godejohn then types, as I will try to do the same for them. And I am also a sucker for the most caring hearts too, but since I am a detailed person, I might as well go further into this. This person also will stand up for when they know they are right, and they will admit when they are wrong. That is something I am big on due to my past relationships, which they all couldn't do both of those, as most of them always thought they were right. I don't like that at all. If someone thinks that, then, well, a relationship is doomed and will fail. But now further into this, I know this person will see age as just a number. I believe that the Lord has made soulmates for people who are even in a wide number range of each other's ages. Some are 12 or even 16 is probably the furthest I have seen so far. Since people like to twist things in this case, I'm going to go ahead and interpret that statement. What Nick is saying is that he has seen soulmates have an age difference of 12 and even 16 years apart. He types, but if I find the one, I will be grateful to have him, as the Lord is well aware. However, this person will also believe in destiny. Besides that, they also take the Lord seriously, but not too seriously to where they don't think practical about everyday life decides. But also, this person will have the strengths in them that would make us equal to each other, which I believe soulmates have strengths for each other that equal each other's weaknesses, making them whole, like when two parts of a ring is forged together, or just like that saying, two peas in a pod. I believe I have gone deep enough into detail for now. If anyone is interested, please let me know any questions. I'll answer them as well. I thank you for your time, and may the Lord bless you. The next section you can see just below me, Nick describes what his ideal first date would be like. He also puts that he's looking for a woman between the ages of 18 and 30. First date. I'm not one to ask for much, just to have a great date. All I would want is just a simple one. Nothing too fancy or expensive. Just one where we go out, have a good time, and be low budget. Besides, what I would care for the most in a date is the conversation in it. That to me is what makes the best out of it, besides if we do anything together as well. So maybe a walk on the beach or in the park, something that don't require much money. Just give us a chance to get to know each other even more than we probably would have learned online. And of course, we know from all the FOIA files, there was always a big argument about money. Like Gypsy brought up money a lot. But as you can see from the very beginning, Nick made her aware that he was unemployed and really didn't have funds for the type of things she probably desires. We know Gypsy likes the finer things. Now that we know exactly what Nick Godejohn was looking for when he made the Christian dating profile, how does that make you feel knowing that he found Gypsy, a person who ruined his life forever, after explaining in his bio that he had past relationships that affected him negatively?